Hey, I'm Casper Van Dien, Johnny, Rico, and Starship Troopers. Kill them all! We're colliding with Yell Magazine. I love Yell. I have to be quiet because we're in the university. They came and they said, quiet down there, Rico.
How are you enjoying the festival so far?
I love this festival.
Yeah?
I love Montreal. I actually met my wife on a film up here in Montreal, and this is my first time doing the festival up here, but it's pretty amazing. The crowd is phenomenal, and I see a lot of cat calls before the screen.
Yeah. Is this your first time at Fantasia?
This is my first time.
Yeah?
And I had two films here, so I feel very lucky. I had Starship Troopers Invasion and The Pact.
Right.
And both of them had really warm receptions, and the audience, just what a cool place to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm. The fan response for Starship Troopers what you expected, or was it better?
The Starship Troopers fans are always phenomenal. They're always very dedicated. Like, they do a lot of call-out, shout-outs, doing a lot of the lines from the movie.
Right.
They do it all the time on my Twitter page. Every day I get different quotes from that movie, and all day long. And for the last 15 years, well, I've only had Twitter for a little while now, but they're really into it. So they were phenomenal here, and they didn't get up and they didn't leave, so that was outstanding.
In Invasion, and since it's already premiered, we can talk about it, I guess. We haven't seen it yet.
Oh, then this interview's over.
Right.
You haven't
Were
seen
there?
it? What
No,
do you mean?
not
What
yet.
am I doing here?
Were there any?
Where's my agent? I cannot believe this. I need my lawyer. I need all my representatives. I cannot believe you didn't watch it.
Are there any like Easter eggs for
there is
hardcore
an Easter egg.
fans? Yeah.
There is an Easter egg at the end. Yes.
Okay.
You didn't see it, and you knew that.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, it was funny because there was a lot of the audience stayed, but then they were laughing at the people that left because they missed the cool Easter egg at the end of it.
So is it a hint of what's to
What
come?
may come.
Okay.
What may come, what could happen in this.
Are you revealing anything?
I'm not.
No?
I'm not going to tell you anything, man. You didn't see it.
It's true.
You're going to have to watch it now.
I do have to see it. How does Invasion tie in with the rest of the franchise?
What's awesome about Starship Troopers Invasion is Shinji Aramaki, who is the director of this. He also did, he's done a lot of great things. He was the guy that he's one of the top 5 mecha suit creators over in Japan. He did Soundwave from the original Transformers and Appleseed, and he's done a lot of really great things. He's just a phenomenal artist. He was inspired when he was young by a cover of Starship Troopers, where he saw this suit and this mechanized suit on the cover of it, and he went, "Wow, that could be feasible. That could be done." And he's somebody that he draws things. He's like a gearhead. He draws them to be things that could actually be made into real suits. So that was awesome. And then for me, it was a unique experience because I watched what they did. Being an executive producer on this, I got to watch, and he tied in all of the worlds that Paul Verhoeven and Ed Neumeyer created with the first Starship Troopers, and what Robert Heinlein wrote in his book, and the 2 following films from that as well. And he kind of tied it in and brought some of the characters back from the movies, and then tied it in with new characters that he's added in with his own touch and flavor. But it was in a way that was done that would honor the real fans of the series and the films and the book. So I thought that was awesome.
Okay, boys and girls. Our job is to retake the John A. Warden, rescue any and all survivors, and exterminate any resistance we might find. You got that? Sir, yes, sir.
Spaceborne Command, prepare a drop.
Do me a favor. Don't get killed.
What the hell kind of bug is that? Come on, you apes! You want to live forever? Commence the attack!
Well, the satire is really in Paul Verhoeven and Ed Neumeyer's take. I mean, true satire, even more so than in the book.
Yeah.
And the book has its own, the book is an amazing book. I fell in love with that when I was 12 when I read that. But the satire that followed the first film and the third film, even a little bit more over the top than not. And the second film didn't have any. This one has a little bit of it in it, with some of the lines that were repeated and how they were repeated. There's some humor in that, but it doesn't have the do you want to know more stuff so much.
Right.
There is a little bit of joke in there about it, and the true fans won't be disappointed. But Shinji Aramaki being Japanese being his first language, I think he's steered a little bit away from that and went more for the suits, which he's more known for, and which a lot of the people from that are fans of the novel really wanted to see. So it's a huge. I feel like we're very lucky we got that.
Mm-hmm. And it's incredibly prevalent, the suits in the trailer. I've seen that at least.
They're amazing. There's one thing I wish I could have worn was their uniforms.
Yeah, but you're not CGI.
Yeah, but I think the marriage of the CGI world, and the special effects you see now, special effects like in the Avengers, theirs is it's a great movie, and I loved it, but it's very cartoony.
Right.
And in this, you're taking anime, which is a little bit more, although it's cartoony, it's still more, looks more real than some of the other ones. So I think, even the uniforms and the weapons in this look a lot more real to me.
They're convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more convincing. And I think that marriage is going to make it a little bit more close for us to do this kind of technology in the future.
What was the impetus to go CGI?
They came to Tony Shizuka, who's an executive over at Sony, who's been like the main supporter of Starship Troopers World and Universe, along with Peter Nelson. These guys, huge supporters. We wouldn't have been able to make Starship Troopers 3 without them, and I think 2 as well. I think they were involved with that. I'm not quite sure. But they talked to Shinji Aramaki and Joseph Chow, who was the producer of Starship Troopers Invasion, along with they brought Flint Dille on, who was one of the writers of the original Transformers cartoon series.
Right.
So they all got together and this is what they came up with, and it was pretty awesome.